New pictures and new information after tornadoes tore through our area last night. The damage to some communities is incredible. Homes and buildings reduced to rubble.
The National Weather Service confirming at least 4 tornadoes touched down. One of them rated an EF-3 with winds near 150 miles per hour. Fortunately, we are not hearing of any deaths or even life-threatening injuries in all of this devastation. Tens of thousands of people, though, remain without power tonight, and homeowners are starting to clean up, trying to pick up the pieces.
It'll take weeks or longer in many cases until these areas are cleaned up. And meteorologist Larry Mowry is standing by for an update, and we have live team coverage in the areas hardest hit by these tornadoes. We
start with Ravi Bachwal. He is in Merrillville, Indiana. Ravi, what are you seeing out there?
Sam and Rob, I have to tell you, it is quite devastating. We were here obviously last night just after the storms had come and gone, and then with the daylight, as we've been reporting all day long, the destruction is far more widespread than you would imagine. I'm here at the Andrean High School, a Catholic high school in Merrillville, where there is in fact a state of emergency, but all of Merrillville really right now cleaning up after all these tornadoes, and the winds ripped through this community, leaving destruction all over the place, and it is really quite a sight to behold. Take a look at some of the video that we've been able to shoot over the last 24 hours. From the Indiana State Police, actually starting with them, you could see some really dark clouds there that were filling the sky over this entire area, and it was incredible when that actually touched down. And then right now, as I say, there's a state of emergency in Merrillville. We're told that at least 200 homes and buildings have been damaged and destroyed. That, of course, including Andrean High School, which is where we are right now. It's a Catholic high school. It was hit very hard by this storm, and the town spokesperson saying that this area has a lot of damage. We've talked to all kinds of people here through the day, helping out, all trying to clean up the mess, and I got to tell you how widespread the mess really is. An employee of Andrean High School fighting back tears, telling us what it felt to try to live through all of this.
Like the kid, I just think about the kids, like, you know, what are they're supposed to be here for practice, or, you know, and summer starting, and sports, and school starting in a couple of months, you know.
You know, we've always been an anchor of Northwest Indiana and the region, so for us to get impacted in this capacity, thank God there were no injuries, there were no students here, no staff here. It happened in the evening, but to return this morning and to see where we're at, it's heartbreaking.
It is incredible to think, as I look around at the destruction all around here, that there were no serious injuries, but there's a lot of emotional injury, as you can imagine. That's all through Merrillville. There's a state of emergency here right now, and that will continue for some time to come. Out here in Merrillville is our colleague Evelyn Holmes. She's standing by with more stories of survival and a community that is vowing to rebuild. Evelyn, over to you.
Well, we are here in the block of Massachusetts Street and 58th Avenue. This is one of the areas that was harder hit by those severe storms as they moved through. Let me move out of the way, show you what we're looking at right now. People are continuing to try to clean up here. We have a car that was literally crushed by a tree. Now, this tree that actually crushed this car is across the street, but neighbors have been able to move that tree and get it out of the roadway. This block really devastated as folks now struggle to try to recover from damage from the storms.
The day after severe storms cut through Merrillville, Indiana, people who live along Massachusetts Street began cleaning up the damage. Homeowner Dr. Maria Williams says there's not much left of the house where she raised her 5 children.
Roof gone, water, fence, windows bust.
There is destruction everywhere. At Edgebrook Court Apartments, work crews picked up debris as residents like Donna Hughes say she and a neighbor hid in the building's laundry room as gusting winds ripped off the roof of her apartment complex.
I was terrified because I've never been through nothing like that. I heard the woo, the shattering of the glass, the roof's tearing up. You could hear it all.
Severe weather moved into the area around 7:30 Thursday night, hitting the northwest Indiana town located just over 40 miles from Chicago. Officials say the storm cut a path through the south side of the city, leaving behind downed trees and power lines, debris, and flooding. Town leaders say there is help for affected residents.
Right now there is a shelter established over at the Lincoln Center in Highland, which is at 2450 Lincoln Street. There are 700 beds available there.
A view from Chopper 7 shows how the Turkey Creek subdivision was impacted. So far, there haven't been any reports of serious injuries as neighbors and the community come together to help one another.
We have a lot of elder people on the block and a lot of people that live by themselves, but we came together as a community at the end of the night. Everybody was safe, but it definitely it affected each one of us.
Back here live, folks are continuing to clean up as best they can. Matter of fact, many of the residents here on this block came together to clear a path. When we first got here this morning, all of this road, pretty much most of it, was covered with tree branches and various types of debris. One neighbor still has a power line. It's not believed that it's live, obviously, a power line down in her backyard. Mentioning power, a lot of folks still have no electricity. It's understanding that because of all the severity of the damage, it may take days, maybe even weeks to fully recover. Of course, town leaders working to try to be supportive, saying that if you need help or you've been affected, make sure you reach out to the Red Cross. In the meantime, it really looks like neighbors, friends, family, community coming together to try to get through this. Back to you.
All right, Evelyn Holmes reporting for us. Evelyn, thank you so much. And that sense of a community coming together, we see it every time there's a disaster, whether it's here locally or regionally or nationally, people coming together, and it's happening here in Northwest Indiana. Let me just quickly step out of the shot just to show you behind me. Look at the destruction. This is just a little home. I guess it's one of the staff offices or a residential home just off the side of the high school. Absolutely destroyed. A car covered in all kinds of detritus and timber and so on. We'll show you more pictures of that kind of destruction that has happened down here in Merrillville, which is, again, I say, is under a state of emergency.